Welcome back to InstaPhippsyFishing. Thanks for tuning in. This morning I took my new kayak out for the second time, but first time fishing out of it. And I actually happened to catch my first fish in it, which was exciting. So I'll roll that clip now. Just had my second bite in the new kayak. Bit on top water. Following up with the jerkbait. See, my first bite last week was a pike. This one looked like a bass to me. Really hoping my first fish in the new kayak is a bass. Oh, a fish! Whoa, yeah! Alright, first fish in the kayak. Well, not in it yet. On the jig. Nice little like 2-pound smallie. Alright, oh, he is chunky. November 10th, possibly the latest in the year that I've caught a bass or a fish. Woo! Chunky monkey. He's not very long, but as you can see, he's bursting at the seams. That was on the Weapons of Bass Destruction football head jig and some sort of biospawn trailer, maybe the Exo pod. All right, thank you, Mr. Fish. Nice chunky boy. Woo! So as I mentioned, the jig I'm using is made by Weapons of Bass Destruction. They are a local company based out of Petawawa, Ontario. This is the first kind of sponsorship deal that I've ever had in the fishing industry. I have joined them for their promotional staff for the 2022 season. So if you're interested in picking up any of these jigs, you can save 10% off by using code PHIPSY at checkout, and I'll leave the link in the video description as well to go to their website. But I've been very happy with their jigs so far this season. Probably my favorite thing about living on the river is just the convenience of being able to leave a kayak or a boat on the beach, and then just whenever I feel like it, just walk down to the beach, hop in the watercraft, and take off fishing. It's just an absolute privilege that I'm super thankful for. And then today is the warmest day of November. It is 17 degrees outside. It's absolutely beautiful. So I headed down to the bridge, looking to see if I could get 1 or 2 more to end the year. So the video will pick up from when I arrive at the bridge, and let's see what I get into here. But I will let you know it went a little better than planned. Just had a bite on my first cast here. There we go. Second cast. All right, second bass of the day. November 10th, probably the latest I've fished. 2 casts, 2 bites. First smallie at the bridge. All right. That's on a bait I'm using for the first time. It's a Z-Man Diesel Minnow Z. And I wanted to try it out because they don't rip. Like the Z-Man stretches, they don't rip. So hopefully I'll go through less soft plastics. Another nice smallie. 3 casts later. They're feisty right now. This guy's even a little bit bigger. I thought I was done fishing for the year, but bass number 3 of the day on the Z-Man Diesel Minnows. Beautiful clear water today. That's probably pushing 3. Oh man. I've made, I think, 6 or 7 casts, had 3 bites and caught 2. Already worth it. Ooh. Another one. There we go. Gorgeous. Another like 3-pounder. Haven't fished here in like 3 months. Oh, that one is nice. That's like 3.5. That is a beautiful fish. Fish number 3 at the bridge, number 4 of the day. Probably about 3.5 pounds. Beautiful coloration. This bridge is pretty much my favorite shore fishing spot that I've ever been to. Huge belly on him. Oh yeah. What a day. And by day, I mean, it's been about 10 minutes that I've been out here. Another one. Yeah, this is probably the smallest one, but for November 10th, I will take any size. Still putting up a great fight. It's not small, probably like just under 2 pounds. Well, I am impressed with the Z-Man Diesel Minnow Z. Fish number 4 at the bridge. Probably a big old pike took a bite at him. This is way better than I expected. This is friggin' awesome. Woohoo! This is looking like the last nice day of the year. It is 17 degrees Celsius today. Tomorrow is going to be 16, but with a lot of rain. And then the next 12 days after that are showing 1 degree, so basically freezing. So this will probably be my last day fishing, and it has been super fun so far. I only brought 3 lures today. I've got the little Berkeley spy bait, which I might try out in a bit. I've got just a little swim bait jig head with the Z-Man diesel minnows. And then I've got a tiny little jig, which I'm about to tie on right now, with just the tail of a Yodo worm. So I had to fish this very slow for those bites. This I can fish even slower, just dragging it across the bottom, and I can pause it for a bit. In the first 15 minutes, I caught 4 fish on this, but it's been about 5 more minutes, 10 minutes maybe without a bite, so just gonna try something new. I fished the jig for about 10 minutes with no bites. So now I've tied on the little spy bait. I saw a big school of perch about this size. And this has the stripes of a perch and a little bit of orange under there. So I think that's a pretty good representation of a perch. Hopefully we can get some bites on this guy. If not, back to the minnow we'll go. So I was wrong. The one I'm using right now isn't the diesel Minnow Z, it's just the Minnow Z. So Z-Man Minnow Z, and the color is the right stuff. Initial reaction, very impressed. All right. Ooh, another good one. Oh no, he spit it. I had gone about 45 minutes without a bite, and then I was actually sitting down with the camera off when that bite happened, just leaving it on the bottom, not even moving it, and that's when he bit it. Hoping I can catch a walleye before dark. We've got just under an hour left. There we go. Got something. At first it felt small, but now it feels good. Kind of a weird bite. There's a bunch of perch there that they've been feeding on. That is a good one. I think I had my drag loose to start, so that's why it didn't feel like much. Now they're gorgeous, like 3.5. It's got a couple Dalmatian spots on him. Been about an hour since the last one, so it was good to see him. Hoping I can get a few more here before dark, and really want one last walleye for the season. Thank you. Smelly number 5. Back on the Z-Man minnow. I wonder if that was caught on GoPro. I have a huge school of perch just right here. I'm being quiet so I don't scare them off. They're right down there. I probably just can't see them. And a pike just came up and just got a mouthful of them and zipped off. Super cool. Okay. Thought it was something huge, but it was just a snag. Okay, that could be a walleye. That could be a walleye. Come on, November walleye. Yes, a nice one too. Yes, 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 yes. You gorgeous creature. Right on time, buddy, right on time. Can tell by the bite you were a walleye. Gorgeous. Not as big as I first thought, but still great to see them. It's probably been like 2 months since I caught a walleye. Bye, friend. Hopefully his big brother's around. I'm considering switching most of my plastics to Z-Man. Today I've caught 6 or 7 fish on this, and it's still basically brand new. And I've actually had 2 or 3 bites only on the tail. They didn't have the hook in its mouth. And tail is still fine. I just had a bite like 3 feet from my feet, but I wasn't really paying attention and I was just about to lift it out of the water. So again, it just bit the tail and then let go. There we go. Feels like a small walleye. Nope, small pike, 3rd species of the day. Maybe this is the little one I saw. Oh, jeez. This could be the little guy I saw eating all of those perch. Species number 3, little pike. Looks like he's been bit by something too. I know that there is some giant pike around here, so this would be a nice snack size for them. Goodbye. Whoa. What an absolute blast. It's probably been about 3-4 weeks since I had caught a fish. So this is awesome. As I was saying, this is one of my favorite spots to fish. So the river is just out there and it's super shallow all through here. Just like it's a little creek basically. It's super shallow all through here. And then out on that side is a bay. So the bay is like 8 to 10 feet deep. So the bay is full of largemouth, and then the walleye and smallmouth seem to just move in and out of the bay and the river depending on the time of year. So they just kind of use this creek as like a little passageway. So they're usually not just sitting here under the bridge waiting. That's why like in the first 10 minutes I caught 4, is because they were probably either on their way out to the river or into the bay. And then I had a dry spell for like an hour, and then I caught 3 or 4 more fish. So they just kind of move in and out all day. But if you're here long enough, you're pretty much bound to get something. There we go. Probably another one. No, it let go. Crap. Would have been like another 15-20 minutes without a bite. Felt pretty small. Felt weird actually. I'm guessing it was a walleye, but it didn't feel like any of the other bites. And I've caught a smallmouth, a walleye, and a pike. It actually felt like a catfish, but I've never caught a catfish here. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed that quick little fishing session on the warmest day in November. 17 degrees, absolutely beautiful day. The fish were fired up. It's November 10th. This is probably the latest in the year that I've ever caught a fish. Usually by the 3rd or 4th week of October, it's too cold, nothing's biting, and I'm done. But had an absolute blast. By the time I've edited this video, it'll probably be April or May, and I'll be starting the 2023 season. Make sure you guys are subscribing if you're enjoying these videos, and I'll see you guys again soon.